I started Fit to Trip back in 2015, and I've been working in the travel insurance industry for about 20 years at that point. It was during that time that I'd identified that there were people that were basically outside of the English-speaking marketplaces, and people who had a pre-existing medical condition on their travel insurance were just basically not being looked after at all. And so I decided that what I would do is take the technology and the understanding and the knowledge, if you like, from the UK marketplace and transpose it into another market. And so that's why we started with the business selling in Spain. I was based at London South Bank University. I've been doing a master's degree. It's very difficult when you're working on your own to perhaps have an angle or an idea about all the different things that are coming in. An IP, it's not one of those things you're necessarily going to think of. So being part of the university, having access to the enterprise team who bring in subject matter experts was a real bonus for me, because again, although I had experience in the corporate world, whilst you know and you understand broader concepts about running a business, and that's what probably fires you up as an entrepreneur, there are always things that you just didn't consider, and IP is probably one of those key things. For me and for my business, what was key was the fact that we were outsourcing this key point of medical screening service, and also our own internet technology was outsourced. So really the only thing that I had created effectively was my brand. It was something that that somebody else could have done relatively easily. So having the intellectual property around that was absolutely critical for me. Because if you start to make a success of what you're doing, people will want to try and come in and copycat, particularly if you're thinking as a small business person or an entrepreneur. If they see that you haven't trademarked your brand or your logo, then people will come in and potentially steal your brand idea. So if you can get that protection, which IP affords, then you've got to make sure that you get that. And particularly if you're thinking as a small business person or an entrepreneur, that working with any organisation, they will expect you to have done these things, and it adds to the overall professionalism of the business, basically. Yes, it's not going to be probably the thing you think of early in the process, but my goodness me, you really should be thinking about it soon and quickly to make sure that you're protecting your future, really.